Hi everyone, how's it going? It's Jaymie here, your soulful intuitive coach and healer. For those of you who don't know, I've opened up the cart to my Transmuting Alchemy group program. It's the Empaths blueprint for balancing, navigating, and redirecting your energy. This is something that I'm really passionate about because I'm an empath myself, and for a really long time I didn't understand it. I shut it down. I forgot that I had it. And I feel like there's a lot of discussion about empaths, but a lot of the information out there really doesn't go very deep. And I feel like it's not really focusing the root of what a lot of empaths are dealing with. And this is something that I absolutely love to share. And today I wanted to talk about the most dangerous thing that empaths deal with that no one talks about. There's a lot of talk around as an empath, I have anxiety or other people drain me, right? But these are all of the consequences, the side effects, the impact some of the impact that can occur when you're not in energetic harmony with your gifts, right? But why is that happening? This is a huge, huge thing to talk about. What created this environment that actually cause the anxiety. And as far as draining of the energy goes, that's not something that's happening to us by other people. It's an internal reaction, it's an internal experience, it's an internal process. So there's an internal solution, which is a really liberating thing, because then it's like, you can't control other people, but you're absolutely empowered to control what's going on inside of you. And this is something that I absolutely love. Now, so the thing that I wanted to talk to you all about, what's the one thing, the most dangerous thing about for empaths that no one talks about, okay, is boredom. Now, this might seem a little bit crazy, but just follow me for a moment, okay? All of these different things that cause this chaos, this imbalance, whether you're feeling drained or there's anxiety, the one thing is you're never ever bored. Because the thing is, as an empath, depending on the different type of empath, you feel deeply or you're connected to energy deeply. Whatever it is, you connect to things on a deep subliminal level, right? So you understand things very well. And so it doesn't take much to really kind of confuse you. Like, you kind of know already what's going on. And we're curious by nature. So when you're doing things and you're not getting stimulated, your body's going to crave that and create scenarios that are going to give you that stimulation, that'll keep you excited to avoid that boredom. Because you got to ask yourself, okay, why is this anxiety showing up? Why am I feeling drained? And what is the consequence? What is it keeping me from? What is it protecting me from and distracting me from? Because with everything we do, there's something else that we're avoiding. We try to do the thing that not everything we do makes us the happiest, but we choose the thing that brings us less pain, whatever that is. And our body measures pain in a different way, right? And so even if it's not a healthy habit, the actions that we take serve a certain function. So it's important to ask yourself, why are these triggers happening? What is causing it? What are the benefits of this? What am I avoiding? And the thing is, think about all of the times as an empath you're bored, or not bored, you're drained, or you're anxious, or you're stressed out. You're never bored, right? Like, we all have these different triggers. So take for me, for example, I've learned to really center my energy, and I'm not very affected by the people and the things around me. But I'd say that the one area where I'm still working on is victim mentality. People who have a strong victim mentality that are negative, I don't respond well to that, because there's like sort of this desire to be in that stuck state and not move forward. And that's, to me, like, my soul desires and deeply craves growth. So if that's not the environment that's taking place, then that doesn't really work for me. And I notice that when I do get frustrated or I do get bored, the one thing I can tell you about when I'm thinking about a past experience with the victim or an interaction with the victim, I'm never bored. I can think of, in 30 seconds, at least 5 different ways something can be resolved. I'm very quick. It keeps me very stimulated. But the other energies that I've actually learned to center myself around so that it doesn't negatively affect me, so that I'm able to stay rooted in my energy, it doesn't keep it it's not as stimulating, and not that I'm necessarily bored, but there are less distractions for me. And so this is a huge, huge area that I just think is so overlooked. And I think that it's something to address because the reptilian part of our brain says everything we've been doing has kept us alive. So to continue to keep maintaining that, even if the whatever it is that we're exposing ourselves to isn't healthy for us, it still makes us, it still serves a purpose. This is why a lot of people who are in abusive relationships will get out of it and then jump right back into another one, because the reptilian brain, in its well-intentioned, misguided way, says everything we've been doing has kept us alive. If we stop doing this, we're going to die, right? And it's terrifying. So it goes back to this bad habit. So if you develop this unhealthy way to prevent yourself from feeling a sense of boredom, then you're going to continue to engage in that rather than finding a more fulfilling, enriching, soulful way to prevent yourself from being bored. I know personally, I love to read, I love to interact, I like to do things so that I don't get bored. But when I do get bored and I start thinking about the past and I'm sitting around and I'm not doing anything, I'll literally go back to a conversation I had with the victim and think, oh, this is what I should have said. Oh, this is what I should have said. And I don't talk to a lot of victims very often. They're not really people that are showing up in my life. And I don't get bored very often, but that's where my mind goes to, because I know that when I'm bored and it is like crushing me, my body is like, we need to do something to change this. And it'll just pull on the fastest, most effective thing. Whatever it is that we desire, whatever it is that we want, we can get it in either an ego-based way or in a soulful way. And the thing is, the soulful way of doing things is more harmonious, it's more empowering, and it's more natural, so it's actually easier to achieve than most people realize. But it does take some level of work and effort, right? And if you don't do that, or you aren't aware of what is actually rooted behind some of the manifestations and the unhealthy attachment that take place, your body is going to go towards the ego-based way because it's instantaneous. So one of the things that I urge empaths is, when you're finding that you're in an energetic state of imbalance, what is it that you are keeping yourself away from? And really look at what are some of the ways that you want to occupy your time. What are the things that stimulate you intellectually, spiritually, emotionally, that are nourishing and revitalizing? As you start to incorporate those things into your life, you're going to develop a different taste and palate for how you prevent yourself from getting bored. Because one way or another, empaths will do something, anything, to stop from being bored. And if you don't really put in the effort to say, this is how I'm going to execute it, there's a lot of ways that the body will just desperately kind of grab at it. And I think that this is so huge, because the focus on, the imbalanced consequence, that is looking at the symptoms, but it's not really looking at the root cause. So it's very similar to someone who's throwing up, and they might be like, okay, I need medicine so I don't throw up. But it's like, well, why did you throw up? Do you need to stop throwing up? Do you actually need to get rid of the toxins that are coming out of your body? Did you eat something? Do you continue to eat stuff that actually led to you vomiting? Really getting into understanding that is so absolutely huge. And I feel like an area that's not talked about is to not get bored. Finding fulfilling ways to keep your mind occupied and nourished, so that you're able to achieve that stimulation without having to go about it in a way that actually drains your energy, because those ways are chaotic and they are disempowering, but they're also protecting you from boredom, which is something that is so absolutely important and huge for empaths. Let me go ahead and catch up on these comments. Hi, Christy. Hi, Adelise. Thanks for stopping by. Hi, Mike. I was just talking about the most dangerous thing that is not discussed about with empaths. And so you can go ahead and catch the replay on that because I just finished. So thanks so much for those of you guys who are watching and for those of you guys who are watching the replay. If this is something that you're interested in and you'd like some more guidance, please go ahead and reach out to me. I do have an 8-week program coming up. It's for a highly exclusive group of women empaths, and we're going to go on group calls and we'll have implementation weeks in between so that you're able to experiment with the insights that you receive. This is going to be absolutely customized. It's going to go into identifying what kind of empath you are, what your triggers are, what you're getting out of the way that you currently interact with your gifts as an empath, how to harmonize that, how to redirect that, and how to leverage it. Because empaths are the most powerful manifestors and you're naturally connected to things. So when you learn to redirect that back into yourself and you really start to shapeshift your reality, amazing things happen. All right, this is something that I'm super, super excited about. Right now, there's an early bird special going on, and if you sign up by Wednesday, it's a one-time payment of $497. And you also get a fast action bonus, one-on-one 60-minute call with me, where you get your blueprint as well. After that, it's going to be $697. So if you jump on it, you're actually going to get a $200 off special. All right, if you have any questions, go ahead and reach out to me, and I am going to comment with the template so that you can check it out. All right, thanks. Bye.